Good morning, everybody. Again, my name's Ethan Shapiro. I am the Climate Change Realtor, and I always say founder and manager of the most innovative real estate corporation ever conceptualized. But I got to admit, at this point, it's definitely a work in progress. And thank you guys, whoever's been watching these vlogs all the time. Like, I know some people watch it. I really appreciate you guys following my journey. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You want to tune in 2 months. You want to look at videos from 2 months ago. That's cool. Every week I talk about something different. And we always start the vlog with accountability. And I am not going to use an emotion to describe where I'm at as far as accountability. Because another week has gone by and I haven't knocked on a single door. But I plan to in the future, and we're just gonna talk about what's been going on. We're gonna talk about why, because there's no excuses I talked about last week. Here's the reality of the situation. I'm someone who thoroughly believes in themselves, believes that my capabilities are unlimited. I can do whatever I want. But in order to get myself to where I want to be, I have to do the things I say I'm gonna do. And if you guys might have noticed over the year or over the videos, I say some pretty ridiculous things. I talk about stopping climate change. I talk about saving the world. I talk about making millions of dollars in a very short amount of time. And I'm an optimist. I'm an idealist as well. And I say, in my film, I say I'm an optimist very often to my own folly. And that's the case. But I accept who I am. I like striving for big goals. If I say I'm going to save the world, I say I'm going to make $1 million, I say I'm going to help a lot of people. If I do one out of those three things, I'm going to be pretty satisfied with myself. But I know I'm very happy. I'm enjoying myself. It's always fun, but I need a little bit more structure. And basically what I want to explain is how I was able to work so hard last year and how I'm kind of struggling with it this year. So I read the book called Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller. It's a fantastic book. It explains a very simple blueprint of how to build a real estate sales company from start to finish. If you'd like to learn more about it in a video, you can actually watch my film where I go through the lead generation model in depth. So the most successful realtor in American history, Gary Keller, wrote this book with a blueprint telling you if you do A, B, C, D, you will get A, B, C, D result. So when I read something or when I talk to someone, I'm very impressionable. I believe the things that are told to me. And that's why I love talking to so many different people, because I actually can accept multiple people's ideas, even if they're contrary to one another. So basically what I'm saying is I had these projections from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book that I really believed in. If I talk to this many people and I send them this many letters and I talk to them this often, I should be getting this result. So when I said I'm going to sell $50 million in real estate in Boulder, Colorado in 2021, it's because I actually used all the models from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent to make a projection that if I had put 3,000 people through my 8 and 8 program, which is when I knock on the door, write them a handwritten note, send them 3 more letters, knock on the door again, send them another handwritten note, and then send them a gift is the 8 and 8 program that I use. But the foundation is the same, is making contact with the same person 8 times after meeting them, or 7 times after meeting them, because the first meeting is 1. That they'll do a real estate transaction with me. But the reality of the situation is, yes, that will work because it's a numbers game. You'll eventually get someone. But the conversion rate is supposed to be for every 12 people you have that you've put through that and that you keep in touch with, 33 out of 52 weeks of the year should do a real estate transaction with you. And that all comes from the greatest realtor who's ever lived. So I really believe this stuff. So I started getting at it, doing 80 hours a week, doing tons of 8 and 8 programs. I would do 90 people a week, 95 people a week, 100 people a week, and I would write them letters. And that's kind of how I kept myself busy all of last year. And the reality of the situation is now we're in the one of the strangest real estate market in American history right now. Inventory levels are at like 7% of what they're supposed to be in Denver Metro. So the reality of the situation is many people are actually not selling. So whether or not they would use me, I'm not sure. But also, I haven't been doing the follow-ups as aggressively as I should be. So I guess what I want to tell you guys is I had a plan to go out and I knock on doors. Good morning, whoever's watching, and knock on doors every day this week. But on Monday morning, I left the gym. It was a beautiful day. I pulled up to a neighborhood. I put my Bill Withers song on, put my name tag on, got ready to go. But I just didn't believe in what I was doing. Because it's been so long since I started this program that it's hard to just keep going and going and going and thinking, okay, I'm going to get that $50 million in sales. I just got to keep knocking on doors. But not everyone's selling, not everyone's calling me. So the trick is to find a way to keep your energy super high, but not be motivated by the external world. And that is such a huge challenge. And it's what I've been working on. And I'm trying to find a way to truly motivate myself, because I had a belief, because I had someone who was very experienced teach me their methods through a book. And I'm like, okay, I believe it. It's going to work. And now it's been a year and a half, and my projections are way off. You know, I have had one listing, I have one buyer client, but that doesn't mean I would ever give up. It's not that I would ever, the possibility of giving up is not in my mind at all. Because as soon as you have the possibility of giving up, you've already lost. So I knew right from the beginning that's not an option. I can never quit this real estate business, because the longer you're in it, the more people know you, the more experience you have, and the more likely you're to get deals. So for example, that every 12 people should be one deal could be over your career if you keep in touch with thousands of people. But where I'm at now is trying to find a way to motivate myself without having crazy sales, because I have to keep going. This is my livelihood. This is my dream. This is what I believe in. But I'm not going to lie to you guys on this vlog. I haven't been performing at the standard I was last year, because it's not that I will give up, but I didn't believe as much. Like, I would be walking around and everyone would be like, fuck off. Fuck off, fuck off, just over and over and over again. People would be like, I don't want to talk to you. I want nothing to do with you. And I would be like, I'm a human, I feel things, but I try to keep going, and I try to, love the pain. But I would be like, you know what? You got to keep doing this. This is what you have to do to not only build the business, but to build a better society, because the mission behind my business is very, I don't want to say philanthropic. I guess it is, because I donate half of my money. But the mission was to create a better world. So that's what kind of kept me going. But the idea of doing good by others and having a successful business also kept me going. And because I'm still a nice guy. Like, I'm trying helping people out, like talking to people on my podcast, trying to spread awareness about what's going on. Like, I feel like I'm a good guy. I feel like I'm trying my best. But as far as the business success, it's really fucking hard to get started, and it's hard to stay motivated, and it's hard to keep your belief. So I'm telling you the truth, guys. I'm trying so hard to regain that belief, or to find some sort of metric that I can go after, that I can believe in again. But it's really challenging. Without that, it's hard for me to go out and knock on doors and convince people I'm the best real estate agent you could ever use, because I haven't had too many sales. I'm still a new dude. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it for the vlog this week. I apologize. I'll be back next week to explain myself again. I plan to have knocked on doors. I am grinding through this stuff, trying to think about how to get it done right and how to get myself back. I don't really want to be back to like 80 hours a week, but like 60, 65 hours a week, consistently good work. A lot of that was writing letters, knocking doors. I still do the podcast, the vlogs, the videos. That's all counted into those hours. I'm trying to maximize my time while I'm young. The more I use now, the more everything will compound off of what I'm doing. But it's hard. I'll tell you guys one thing though. I love these vlogs, because I was really not feeling great about myself. I sat in the car for like an hour. I'm like, I just don't believe. I can't go out and do this. I don't believe in it. And then I was trying to figure out how to get out of that rut. And I watch these vlogs where I tell you guys that you should believe in yourself, and that you can do anything, and that it's possible. Because my who I want to be, or my inner personality, whatever you want to call it, that is in this vlog right now, that's live talking to you guys. It's either whether it's who I want to be or who I am. I'm giving myself advice in the future too, man. Like, you can do it. Like, you didn't have an amazing week this week, but that doesn't mean you ever give up. You find a way to be better. We want to perform better than we did last summer. It doesn't necessarily mean knocking more doors, but being more effective, being a better salesperson, being a better human being, providing more value to the groups that you love, like 350 Colorado and Citizens Climate Lobby, whatever it is. I gotta find a way to tether my actions to results, but again, at the same time, motivate myself internally, because the external world will just keep telling you to fuck off. So you have to find a way to get around that, at the same time using the external world to understand what's working and what isn't. So this is very complicated. It's not easy. It's not simple, and that's the truth this week. I love these vlogs. It's been a pleasure, whoever's following along. Thanks so much for being here. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Staying happy, staying positive, staying frosty, Every single week I'll be back. Oh, and this is the last week of the Ethan Shapiro lives. They're going to be on the Climate Change Realty channel. And I'm considering doing a split stream where I stream live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I don't think you can do it on Twitter. So like everyone can kind of chime in at the same time, maybe. That's something I've been thinking about for a while. We'll get there. New podcasts every single week. I still love my life, but what I'm doing is very challenging. And this goal I set of doing $50 million in sales, I could still do it, but it'd be really fucking hard. I'd be up for it if I had something I could tether my belief to. Be like, if I knew I'm 100%, like when I made that film, like I was 100% sure I could do 50 million in sales. And that's kind of who I am, you know? Huge goals, you try your best, and that's, most we can ever do is the best we can. Peace out, everybody. Happy, lovely spring in Boulder, Colorado, and in the U.S. And if you ever have any questions for me, I think you guys know how to get in contact with me. So stay happy, stay positive, and stay frosty. 2012. And in case you might have forgot, I love you all. Take it easy.